There we go. Ooh, that is not good lighting. But anyways, I'm gonna move the computer over here for a second. Hopefully everyone can see me. It's a little bad in terms of lighting. I'm actually gonna do this. Anyways, you know what? I think you guys can see me. Anyways, what is up, people of YouTube? I am Matthew, and you are watching the Weather World YouTube channel. In today's live stream, sorry about this. Alright, the stream is working fine. I was just checking to see if the stream was working. In today's live stream, aside from all the other stuff that's been happening, we are going to be tracking Hurricane Teddy. Yesterday we were tracking Hurricane Sally, which is now Tropical Storm Sally, which has moved further inland into Alabama and Georgia, still impacting parts of the southeast United States. However, like I said, we're just going to be going over some specific details with Hurricane Teddy, some other areas of interest that the National Hurricane Center has been focusing over the past few days. I promise I'm gonna try and make this a better live stream than last time. I really want better lighting here. I might want to move this. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna go on a quick break again. And it'll be like a 30-second, intermission, and we'll all be good. I'm just gonna make this lighting a lot better because I look absolutely terrible. So just give me just one. Alright guys, that should be better. Hopefully the lighting is okay. I'm just gonna check on the stream real quick. But anyways, let's just go over Hurricane Teddy real quick. I think my mic should be working. Yep, it's working. Alright, so anyways, Hurricane Teddy, this is going to be a very interesting system, as I say, with pretty much all other systems, but this is going to potentially become a major hurricane in the next few days and is going to hit land. It's not going to hit like the United States or anything. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but it will hit like, Bermuda. Everyone's saying it's going to hit Bermuda, possibly as a major hurricane or Category 3, maybe even Category 4 hurricane. But like I said, we're just going to be diving into some statistics and some analysis in this stream and just go from there and see what we can do. I don't know if, we're going to get really too many people in this stream after what happened last night, but like I said, if you don't know what happened last night, you don't really need to know. But anyways, you can see on the screen, I have a bunch of information posted on tropicaltidbits.com. It's not my website, but anyway, this is its current location right here. So it's actually located just to the west of the Lesser Antilles, actually just to the east of the Lesser Antilles. I don't know why I'm getting my directions mixed up. It is currently moving, let's just see, it's moving northwest at 13 miles per hour, so it is no longer on a westerly, trajectory, like on just a westerly trajectory. It is more on a, northwest trajectory, as you can see right here, actually, at 13 miles per hour. It is increasing in strength due to a lot of those, high convective cells that have been forming and the water temperatures, and just a lot of these convective bands and the vorticity helicity levels have really been spiking here. Like I said, the latent heating, especially to the northwest of the system, and the high pressure ridge located also to the northwest of the system, have really been playing a role in the formation of the system and the the maintenance of its strength and all the boundaries and every sort of thing like that and all its outer bands. Anyway, its maximum sustained winds as of right now are 100 miles per hour, which does put it, I believe, at a Category 1, or high-end Category 1, possibly becoming a Category 2 in the next few hours or so. The minimum central pressure, what we call the MCP, is 973 millibars right now, which definitely signifies a relatively stronger Category 1 hurricane as of right now. This is, like I said, Hurricane Teddy. The environmental pressure, or the EP, is about 1,010 millibars, so that's, just around the entire environment. The radius of circulation of the ROC is 180 nautical miles, so it is a pretty big storm. The radius of, just just general circulation. So like I said, let's just go and see what we have in terms of structure here for the system. It is absolutely just turning. We don't have a defined eye on this quite yet, but the convective cells right near what would be this eye wall right here are really, really intense. They are extremely strong. We got, we got ceilings of just absolute unbelievable levels, and it's just really wrapping up. 13 miles per hour it's moving slow enough, but also fast enough, to be generating, just pulling off all that moisture from the ocean water and just absorbing that, especially into its, inner core, and just causing a tremendous amount of convective explosion, convective explosiveness, if that's, what you want to say, at those upper levels right near the center of that, circulation right here. I can see some ceilings, or not ceilings, I'm sorry, some cloud tops at approximately, I'd say 65 to 70,000 feet. We can even check on the graph down here, I believe, somewhere. Actually, well, there is no graph, but anyway, it's just churning away. It's absolutely unbelievable. We don't really need to look at anything else with this system, but it is turning away. We should really be looking at the trajectory models, and I think we looked at this a little bit. You guys probably got a little glance of it. You can see it's moving to the northwest at 13 miles per hour, and this is according to the 5 p.m. AST Advisory 18 issued today. So this was this was about an hour ago, at least in my time, I believe. And like I said, actually tomorrow. So like I said, tomorrow, 2 p.m. Thursday. 2 p.m. Alaskan Standard Time, I believe AST is. No, this is Atlantic Standard Time. This is Atlantic Standard Time. It's going to become a major hurricane by 2 p.m. Thursday tomorrow. So like I said, a lot, and I mean a lot, is going to be playing in just the general strength of this system. Rapid intensification over the next 2 to 3 days with this system. It is absolutely unbelievable. By 2 a.m. Friday, we could even see it strengthen to a Category 4. Now, Category 5, we're going to be looking at those intensity models in just a second. But it's going to be maintaining, major hurricane status, or at least somewhere above a Category 3 until around Saturday. That's where it gets a little bit hazy. This coming Saturday, 2 p.m. Saturday, it's its last reported, or last forecasted position to be a major hurricane. Again, by then, as it moves, away from that equator, moves away from those warmer waters as it heads directly at Bermuda, pretty much what looks to be a direct hit on Bermuda. It may even start weakening, so yeah. Besides that, we should look at those intensity models and just see what's going on there. These are the intensity models initialized at 18 Zulu, so this wasn't too terribly long ago. This is about later this morning, right near midday in my time. You can see right now it's actually Category 2, so that stuff that I was talking about being Category 1, that is all wrong apparently. Like I said, guys, there's just a lot that's been going on. That's probably why you're like, Matthew, why don't you know this stuff? I'm in a weird headspace again. But anyways, like I said, it's a very low in Category 2 right now. It just surpassed Category 2 at the last known sounding. We should probably look at those aircraft reconnaissance in the next few minutes and see what they're doing. Like I said, the NOAA hurricane hunters, we're going to see what they're doing. But like I said, in the next 48 hours, or maybe even just less than that, in the next 24 to 36 hours, it is expected to become a major hurricane. Now, these models can always change, and usually always change. It's putting it at a Category 3 in the next 24 to 36 hours, but there are definitely probably some models out there that are going to switch that up and maybe even put it at a Category 4. Again, the slower the system moves, the more moisture it's going to be able to absorb, the more convective, development that this is going to have, especially near those, eye wall flanks, and especially on those outer flanks as well. You got some intense rip currents and rip tides, especially as this inches closer and closer to Bermuda, and we can expect a landfall. If we just project a landfall for this system, we are projecting a landfall sometime on Monday. So early afternoon on Monday, is when we're expecting a potential landfall, pretty much a direct hit with that eye wall and the eye itself, right over the main island of Bermuda. So this is going to be absolutely, this is going to be a crazy system. The Lesser Antilles, I wouldn't really see anything happening there, besides maybe some just more gustier winds of like maybe 15, 20 miles an hour, but they really shouldn't be feeling anything in the Lesser Antilles, Puerto Rico. You guys don't have to worry if you live there, you know, in the Dominican Republic, or really anywhere. Let me just circle this just for reference. If you live anywhere here, like I said, anywhere from the Lesser Antilles to the western side of Cuba, or even Florida, you guys do not have to worry. Now, whether this system actually ends up going more out to the eastern Bermuda or to the western Bermuda and potentially impacting the northeast is still uncertain, but for right now, that is what it's looking like, is that it's going to be on a more northern trajectory as we go through Monday. 2 p.m. Monday is going to be on a pretty much north-northwest trajectory, potentially between speeds of 20 to 25 miles per hour. The chance of a stall with this system, very low as of right now, as with what happened with Sally yesterday, which was an absolutely unbelievable system, by the way, and is still going on as a tropical storm. So, like I said, we're going to be monitoring it. This is going to be going through rapid intensification from tomorrow through Saturday, you know, and like I said, it's still going to be a hurricane going through next week, Monday. You know, tropical storm, I would even say it would become a tropical storm sometime around Wednesday of next week. Next week, Wednesday, is when it's pretty much guaranteed to be a tropical storm or a very low-end Category 1 hurricane, since, like I said, anytime a hurricane moves, you know, like past here, and like I'm not just drawing this line because of, you know, I'm BSing, usually anywhere past here, you know, it starts accelerating, you know, due to all those, you know, high altitude winds and, you know, the usual jet stream that runs through, you know, here a lot of times, you know, like I say, you got jet streams, and the jet stream is what usually takes this away, but a lot of times it's either cold fronts. Stationary fronts don't usually run through the Atlantic, usually they run on the Americas, but like I said, you know, those cold fronts are really going to be taking this off to the northeast, going through mid to later next week. By later next week, this isn't going to be much of a concern. This is really just a one-week event with Hurricane Teddy. By tomorrow, you're going to probably be calling this major Hurricane Teddy with a Category 3 status. The chance of it reaching Category 4, they're still there. I'm not going to be ruling that out whatsoever. So, like I said, this is something we're all going to be keeping an eye on, especially if you live in Bermuda or anywhere between, you know, anywhere between here and Bermuda, which there shouldn't, and I'm pretty sure there aren't any islands between where the hurricane is currently positioned right now and Bermuda. So, like I said, if you live in the northeast, I would be a little wary of where this system would go. I wouldn't like completely hunker down or anything or completely start panicking, because that's not what we're supposed to do here. This thing, you know, like I said, this is the cone of uncertainty, and this can always and will always change, you know, depending on what different high and low pressure systems and what different pressure gradients give us, you know, on a daily basis and even on an hourly basis. But until then, we can expect the system to progressively churn off to the north by 2 p.m. Monday, possibly going through the evening of Monday, which is next week. So, like I said, besides that, let's just look at some of the spaghetti models, and then we can move on to some other systems and see where we go from there. So let's just get out of here, and we can just look at some GEFS tracks and minimal MSLP. Can see, yeah, this is right. I got scared. I thought this was somewhere else. You can see the majority of these spaghetti models take it to the northeast, going through Monday, or actually Tuesday is what it's looking like. Really, these models, like I said, 982 millibars, 969 millibars. This is really around that, you know, center pressure. It's not really the environment. It could be the environmental pressure, but like I said, a lot of these spaghetti models past, I would say even Sunday, right around here where it says 967 millibars, start to get very sketchy, but the majority of them take it to the northeast going through next Tuesday. So like I said, if you live in Maine or anywhere along here, I really wouldn't be all that concerned, but I would keep my heads up. I would keep my eyes open for this system at the same time. And the reason why this system should be, and, you know, according to these models, should be going to the northeast, starting next Tuesday, is because of a cold front, pressure ridge that's actually going to be pushing a cold front, actually not right through there, but, it's actually going to start, impacting or getting pretty darn close to Hurricane Teddy and starting to veer away from land. So had this, cold front boundary not been here, this probably would have started to make, more of a trajectory towards, like I said, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine, right in those extreme northeastern states. But besides that, that's really where it's, all the models are taking it. They all seem to point in the same general direction. None of them are pointing them at the United States right now, and I don't expect them to. So, yeah, I think that might as well just do it for this system. Let's move on to Tropical Storm Sally, what remains of Tropical Storm Sally. So, like I said, I think there was someone in chat yesterday that was asking if Sally is going to impact Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, the outer bands will be hitting Atlanta, Georgia. It's not going to be extreme, but like I said, this is what Sally's looking like right now. And just for time's sake, I'm not really going to load a loop for this because, whenever I load a loop, it takes like minutes. It just takes a while. So we're not really going to go through that. But you can see the entire, actually, let me start with this. The entire southwestern flank of this system is being undercut by a boundary of dry air. So therefore, like I said, this system is just being undercut, like crazy. It's everything to the east and northeast is still looking relatively stable for this system. So like I said, we even have a flank right here running all the way back through Mississippi that seems to be feeding off. It seems to be even feeding off itself and off its own moisture that's being fed in from the Gulf, and possibly off that dry air as well, which, I don't know how that would make sense. It's lost its eye, it's accelerated in speed. I'm pretty sure if I look at the speed, it's definitely not at a stall, so it is moving a little bit faster at 7 miles per hour, because before it was moving at more like 2 miles per hour, so thank God it's actually progressing in speed just a little bit. It's maintaining wind speeds of about 60 miles an hour right now. It's expected to become a depression through later tonight and early tomorrow morning, and just accelerating off, like I said, through South Carolina, North Carolina, going through Georgia as well. And by, I would say even Saturday, I would say even Saturday night, this system's going to be off in the Atlantic, and there's going to be no more to worry about, nothing more to worry about with this system, because there will be Tropical Depression Sally, and then eventually just a low pressure, region, and it will just be irrelevant at that point. So this system doesn't really have that much more to go. I would still advise that if you live in eastern or southeastern Alabama, where the system is currently located, and extreme northwestern Florida, right in that panhandle region, I would still say, there's going to be quite a bit of rain, heavier downpours. I would even say in some areas, even when this does become a depression and starts to accelerate in speed, I would say, anywhere between 1 to 3 inches of rain, especially if you live, this is way too thick, especially if you live, in Georgia and even South Carolina. If you live in North Carolina, it'll probably just be, some showers and thunderstorms, but that's going to be it. It's not going to be stalling over you guys. It's going to accelerate in speed, moving from 7 miles per hour through, like I said, 1 a.m. Friday is most likely going to be reaching at least 15 to 20 miles per hour, if not, faster than that, due to that stationary front boundary that has actually undercut this system, which is actually now located down through northern Florida and the northern Gulf. So, besides that, that's really what I'm seeing with this system. We still have a tropical storm watch. We still have a tropical storm watch enabled for parts of the Pensacola coast and the panhandle of Florida. That coast you see highlighted in blue. But besides that, going through next Sunday or this coming Sunday, there's going to be little to nothing to worry about with this system any longer, and it'll all be over. And like I said, if you live in Georgia, some occasional stronger winds of like 25 to 30 miles per hour, definitely expected. If you live in South Carolina, I'd say more like 20 to 25 mile an hour winds. And if you live in North Carolina, I'm just going to circle this just for reference. If you live in southeastern North Carolina, right around here, I would even just say, just 20 mile an hour winds, and maybe not even that, and some just showers and thunderstorms. But but that's really it. It's not going to be a major flooding event if you live in North Carolina, South Carolina, or even northeastern Georgia. But if you live in just eastern Alabama or just anywhere in central or north central Georgia, it's definitely going to bring some, heavier downpours. So I would pay attention to, the weather forecast in your specific region. Don't take my word completely for it. I suggest you go to multiple different sources as well to verify the information that you need. I am not the, all-knowing God, of, meteorology, so I can't really take it that specific, and I'm still in college as well, so there's only so much I can say, but just pay attention to your weather forecast, your meteorologists in your area. Trust me, they're going to do the best that they can. I believe in them. I believe in my own meteorologist anyway. So anyways, I think if there's anything else you guys want me to cover with that specific system, just let me know down in chat. I have the chat literally right here on my phone. So if you guys just want to, maybe say something or ask a question or just pop in to say hi, I'm friendly. I'll take suggestions or questions or any sort of thing like that. I don't bite. So anyways, like I said, that should be it with Sally. I'm just going to see how Vicky's doing. We're just going to do a little bit of a checkup here. Yeah, we don't even need to do a checkup on Vicky. This thing is literally just a cluster of, it just doesn't even look right. It looks like something that you would see in Oklahoma on a failed, super weather outbreak or severe weather outbreak. So Vicky's nothing to worry about. Let's look at Karina. Karina's literally nothing. You can even see the outline of an eye right here, but there's no precipitation. So again, Karina, or Tropical Depression Karina, technically has nothing. There's nothing to be worried about with Karina. And yeah, we got a bunch of other invests here. I'm just going to look at these invests real quick just to see exactly where this is. Okay, so I was seeing a little bit of something about an invest or possibly a 60% chance of something forming in the west-southwestern Gulf of Mexico. And right now, this is what it's looking like. This is what we call Invest 90L. And right now, it's just a cluster of thunderstorms. Let's see if we can just try to load some kind of imagery. But as of right now, there does look to be, some storms still being clustered right off that, eastern coast of what looks to be Mexico and especially southeastern Texas, which actually looks to be a little bit north than the actual satellite imagery can show. But you can even see right there through the stuff that's loading. I apologize. 97% loaded. You can see some very expansive anvils at those upper regions. You can see a lot of updrafts just spewing, a lot of that moisture, especially into those, upper levels of the atmosphere, right through those, tropopause, right through the tropopause. We possibly have some overshooting tops according to this, radar shot. Or the satellite imagery shot, sorry. But we are seeing a bit of flanking, especially on this southeastern corridor of this system. Again, it's just an invest. This is not a tropical depression. This is not a tropical storm. This ain't even a hurricane. But you can even see, some flanking to the northwest of this system. So, again, I don't even know if they have a track for this. We're just going to check that real quick. Right now, it's just a low pressure system. And most models, let's just see some models here. Excuse me. They're just taking it all over the place. You can see it's just a whole mess. So I would even say this is something that a lot of forecasters are pretty uncertain about. And yeah, this is something a lot of forecasters aren't really too sure about. Even the models are pretty, confused. You got 1,002 here, 1,007 here, and 1,009 here. And it's just putting it in a big circle. A lot of models are, just throwing it in all directions. So let's just look at a few more. Let's look at this one. This one seems a bit more certain, but it also seems a little bit more congealed and even more confusing than the last. Quite a few of these models are putting it anywhere from southeastern Texas to all the way to what looks to be even Mississippi or parts of Alabama. So these models really aren't too sure what's going on. There's going to have to be more soundings, more put into this system, just more sensors, I guess. I don't really know what to call it. Put in the system so that we can gather more data, more probes, more, dives, and we're just going to see where these models go. Again, I wouldn't even put this as an official weather forecast. This is on tropicaltidbits.com. This isn't my website. This belongs to someone else. It's an open source, forecasting site. So, I thank the makers of tropicaltidbits.com for, allowing me to use this, and a lot of other users on this platform to use this freely. So, do an excellent job. Looking at some intensity guidance with this system, I don't even know what the next name in the book would be for this system, because I know we're on V. We're not V, WX. Oh, yeah, I think W would be next, yeah. Yep. QRS, TV, WX. Okay, I'm just making sure. But anyway, some of these models, I'm just saying, like I said, 24 hours from now, you even have our first model that is putting it at a tropical storm level. But I would say 2 to 3 days from now, most, if not all, these models put this at a tropical storm. So this will be another named system. It'll start with a W. I don't exactly know the name. Don't judge me. But I don't exactly know the name. But this is a lot, like 72 hours from this moment. So 7:08 p.m. Central Daylight Time from right now. So about 3 days from now, it's going to be a tropical storm. And then even about a day or so after that, so about 4 days from now, which would put us, let's just see. So today is Wednesday, so that'd be Thursday, Friday. So going into possibly Sunday of, this coming week, so in about 4 days from now, we do have the likelihood that this could reach hurricane status. Where this is going, we don't know. I just showed you, the hurricane models, like the, spaghetti models, and they're all over the place. They don't know what they're talking about. But there is a chance, a very small chance, as of right now, that this could reach a Category 1 status. Category 2, Category 3, not really showing any sort of, signs with that. Again, we're going to just have to get more soundings, more readings in terms of that. But besides that, it shows a weakening trend, going 132 hours from now, going through 168 hours. So I think we're just going to keep a close eye on the system. You can see, a lot of these models right here. You can see some here, some here. They're just all over the place. I wouldn't even use this to make an official weather forecast. It even says in red here. You guys probably can't see that, but it says, do not use this. Don't use this to make official weather forecast, like a weather forecast or any sort of thing like that. And I'm going to respect that. So, yeah, I think without further ado, let's look at some aircraft reconnaissance. Yeah, so I'm not really seeing too terribly much for this. We have a training mission out of from NOAA. NOAA 2, we have a low-level reconnaissance. It's in the storm right now. We're just trying to see. I don't see this really anywhere. Trying to see. This might be. Yeah, I don't know exactly where this is. Is this in Teddy? Okay, so we actually looks like the hurricane hunters have made an intercept into Teddy and have put in a drop sonde, and it's currently finished right now. You can see they did a few passes, not like directly through the center of pressure, but just around the main environmental pressure region. And also, like I said, you got the Lesser Antilles just to the west over here. These little islands over here, those are the Lesser Antilles. So yeah, it should be all good. I don't know if I got something on the webcam, but anyway, that should be it. I'm gonna post this live stream in just a second, but yeah, we didn't really have anyone in the stream, but that's all right. I'm gonna post this. Hopefully, people can see it. I would really call this a briefing. Not really analysis or coverage. Just more like a briefing. But anyways, we're just going to be monitoring more and more. I'm going to try and live stream more and more because I just find that's easier and it's more enjoyable for me to do. So, yeah. I really hope you guys, let's just see what's going on here. Alright. No comments, no nothing. That's alright. So, anyways, guys, I really hope... Alright, let's get to the main screen here. Let's get to the close-up. So, anyways, guys... I really hope you guys enjoyed this live stream or on this briefing. Don't forget to give this video a thumb, or well, it will be a video. Don't forget to give this replay a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel, or just at least check out some of my other content if you're interested in weather, model rocketry. I'm not forcing you to subscribe, but you know, like I said, if you're interested in weather, you know, I highly suggest that you at least check out my content. Just give it a quick glance, and I think it's pretty interesting, and got a bunch of stuff on weather research. You know, some rockets that I'm going to use for weather research in the future. You know, I'm going to be making a video on that hopefully in the next 2 or 3 days if the weather holds in my, you know, my place. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next live stream / video, hopefully coming out in the next 2 days.